Yeah, man. First of all, your wrestling career at Brother Martin, 2-time state champion, one of the most dominant guys ever. What do you take from wrestling now into this ultimate fighting?
Oh, man, I take all the grit, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears every single day. You know, you just kind of you put that out there, and you get on the mats with a bunch of guys that kind of feel the same way that you do. You go bring all that, you put it inside the cage, and that translates from wrestling and from eighth grade to high school to college, and it takes you into the cage now.
Yeah, and look, one of my fondest memories of you was winning state your senior year, and then the team gathering outside the meeting room at the Ponchartrain Center, and you still got your 5 minutes of mandatory sprints in. And I remember, dude, that served as like, dude, a message to the younger guys that, hey, it might be over, but you know what? It's not over, that grind. So is it the grind now that keeps you going in a sport like MMA?
Yes, it does. This is a game of longevity. I tell all the young guys that come in here all the time that it's not about making it to the big time real quick. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's just like life. Life, you know, it comes and it goes, but you got to keep on moving forward. And one thing about that is that I try to express that to them because I know they're all watching me. I'm one of the first guys in a while to start fighting out of the West Bank Social Club. And so it's very important for me to keep that grind going, keep my feet on the ground, to show these guys that it's possible. You just have to keep on going and stick with it.
And look, I follow you on social media. I can see how proud you are of the gym here and the family that you've formed here. Talk about these guys and what they've done for you.
Oh, man. What they've done here, this whole place, I mean, we got belts and everything, but what is really important here is the fact that a bunch of people from different walks of life can come together, get on this mat, doctors, janitors, coaches, you got construction workers, they all come on this mat and they all find out that we're all very similar. We're all the same person. We all have problems. And once you realize that, oh, it's not just me going through the problems, going through the high grocery bills, the inflation and everything, you realize, okay, it's okay to be not okay. And so on this mat, we find it where we can bond, we can be strong, we can be there for each other. And that's what we try to express to every single person that comes through that door.
That's awesome, man. And look, I spoke to Joey Ancona yesterday, extremely fond of you. He puts on these Bayou Fighting Championships. Talk about the card Saturday night and your main event.
Oh, man, Uncle Joey, he knows how to get the card going. He knows how to get the word out, too, to everybody. You got 3 title fights. You got me, another lightweight fight, and a featherweight fight.
You're in that main event, which every fighter wants to get to that main event. So Saturday night about 10 o'clock at the Ponchartrain Center. One thing we talked about, and I know when you wrestled for me, you always had a plan when you went out there. I imagine you have a plan for the fight Saturday night?
Yes, I sure do. Always got to go inside with a plan. You know, you go in there without a plan, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to have no blueprint to anything that you're working with. So definitely have a plan. Going to go in there, do what I do best. And you can't dictate what the other guy does. So you got to do what you got to do, you know. So that's what I'm at.
All right, so let's talk about that. What you do best. What do you feel you do best out there?
Oh, man, out there, grappling. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for the past 14 years now. So, I mean, that's what's second nature. Grappling is taking them down to the ground and pound. You know, that's what we do.
Yeah, so you're a 189-pound state champion. You and I talked about this yesterday. We didn't think you'd ever weigh 155 pounds. What's the weight cut like for you, and how do you recover from that weight cut to be at your best on Friday night?
Oh, man, a lot of road work. That's what I do. Definitely used to weigh 182, you know, and funny thing is that you don't remember, you put me at 195. Put me at 195 my sophomore year, so I was wrestling even heavier guys, and so and I weighed probably like about 175 at the time. So weight cutting to me is just working. It's not hard. It's mentally tough. It's mentally tough than anything. It's being able to fight. Put yourself inside the fight before the fight even is in here. So doing that is what definitely preps you best. And the recovery is just being able to enjoy the spoils of all that hard work, and getting that fuel back so that we can finally go do what we really like to do, get inside that cage.
Awesome. So you hit two words that I love. You talked about mental toughness, and you talked about really visualizing your success out there. How far can you go in that sport? What's your goal?
My goal is to go to the top. UFC, one championship, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where I go. I just know that I don't want to leave anything. I don't want to leave anything out there. I just want to leave it all out there. That's it. That's it.
All right, well, if you guys want to come out and support some ex-wrestlers, some guys who just love getting on the mat and mixing it up, Friday night at the Ponchartrain Center, Bayou Fighting Championships, brought to you by Joey and Kona. And for all you Brother Martin alumni out there, come out and check out our boy Yahya as he goes after the Bayou Fighting title. This is Robbie Dauterive with Louisiana Wrestling Now.